Okie dokie. So we're back here. Well, this could be nasty. It looks like it's probably because of the ice snarks and the number of ice particles that the game is putting on screen at once. Except it didn't behave so badly before, so I don't know why it'd be doing that now. I mean, it didn't behave that bad at all when I was doing the you know, the Hatter's Lair, stuff like that, so yeah, I do think that that is a little weird. So anyhow, well, back to what I was originally talking about, right, which was Shackleton and his second trip to Antarctica, which actually turned into a disaster. They had the worst winter in quite some time.
Grave news. The ship was crushed and her crew lost. She was not built for navigating the Arctic ice fields. The recent competition of governments in fitting out polar expeditions is a needless waste of human life.
So, anyway, but, you know, Shackleton is very well known because on that expedition they had a photographer along who actually filmed various exploits, and he saved the film when, you know, they were stranded. And A&E, back about 2000, made a 3-hour movie, semi-documentary, about the trip, starring Kenneth Branagh as Shackleton. So you might want to find that. It was released on DVD. It has a lot of good historical documentaries on the DVD about that period of history. Now, granted, Alice takes place a few decades before that, but still, overall, you know, it's that timing, that type of environment and stuff. That's what we're talking about here. And I think that it actually was a really excellent choice for alright, come on. Oh, fine, stick your head up. Yes, this is the easier way to do this. I guess some people maybe would want to go down there and you know, get clobbered, but, you know, why do that when you don't need to? Like I say, it's like I don't like my characters to get hit. So anyway, yeah, that's a little bit of the background of what this period, or this chapter, is sort of based on, is that race to the South Pole and all that sort of thing. And actually, I think it's pretty well done in the game. It's pretty well represented. Stupid ice snark trying to hide. I'll fool you on him. So anyway, and you know, as you might imagine, that was one reason that I did that, right? See, that's why it's so much easier to go ahead and get the other guys first. Now if you jump down there, then you have a couple extra ones to fight. I think. Wouldn't be surprised, anyway. Of course, you can see that there's something up there, so it makes logical sense that there must be a way to get up there, right? I have this nice, great, big, huge snark right here. Can't get at him, though. But yes, there is a hole there, so... So anyway, if you recall from the first chapter, I mean, Alice is trying to find the mock turtle now. And see if he can give her any information about the train.
Pris Witless never saw a bottle of gin she couldn't empty in an hour. Do most anything for threepence and a long taste of blue ruin.
So, now that's an important memory, and I'm sure you'll probably, a fair number of people miss it first time going through here because it's kind of an out of the way place. But so there's the nanny's comment right back at Nurse Witless. Just like before Witless called the nanny an uppity whore, the nanny just pointed out, or Alice is remembering that the nanny once said that Pris Witless never saw a bottle of gin that she couldn't finish in an hour, and that she'd do anything for threepence or a bottle of Blue Ruin, because it costs threepence to fill a bottle of gin. And we go in here to get this bottle. Of course we do. Whoopsie. Except now we can't get back out. So anyway, that might lead you to wonder, or maybe it should lead you to wonder, okay, so just exactly what is Witless doing in the first place that allows her to stay stocked in gin? Oopsie. Okay, so I'm getting a little careless there. So of course what we're trying to do is get up there. And of course you can also hear, well, maybe you can hear the pig snout. And there he is. Yeah, you can tell the blue mushrooms actually go to another area. So you don't really want to be taking those too fast. And where we go. And of course, always a fun time. Now, starting with this slide, though, you'll notice that there is pollution on the slide, like tar or whatever, and if Alice hits it, she gets damaged. Which is not too bad, really, until you put on the royal suit and you only have 4 hearts. And then things get a little nastier, because you really can't afford to be hit. You just don't have the health to afford it. That was interesting. I don't know if I've ever done that before. So when I'm doing it with the royal suit, actually, with the limited health, a lot of these slides, what I started doing just to survive and get through them was I would deliberately go off the edge in areas like this where I could, because you can still jump and float. So it's actually a shorter way to get through, and you can sort of skip past some of the dangerous areas where you get hurt. And I know I missed that 1 star up there, and I wasn't doing it on purpose. Believe me, I wasn't doing it on purpose. Hey, and here I am. I guess I can say one other thing about all this too. This is actually the chapter, the area of this chapter that I personally find to be rather annoying, because there's several parts to it, and it actually is it's very easy to get lost and to lose your way, and there's actually a good way to go through this to pick up everything, but I don't necessarily always do it just because it's such a maze. You're kind of pointed along one route. I don't think I've actually gotten to it yet, where the branch occurs, but I guess I'm just saying it's easy to miss a couple of parts. Yes, he's annoying. Very. But not anymore. Okay. And now we have more fun. Oh, that wasn't very nice, now was it? Haha. Yeah, enough of him. Health is always nice. So, anyway. Oh, yes. Now here is our very first radula room. And it's pretty simple because I think it's just a riddle, if I remember correctly. So, not really a whole lot to it. Unlike the ones where there's a bunch of combat or something. And heck, we wouldn't want to forget the bottle, now would we? Yeah, they get sneaky like that and put things like in areas that are right behind you as you jump down from somewhere so that you miss them. Now, the radula rooms, one other thing too is typically that they'll always do a save, an auto save, before you go into one so that you can repeat it as many times as you need to. But it also makes for a good, like, extra save point.
Oh, Alice, riddle me this. How is the Queen of Hearts like a typhoon?
Okay, and the whole point here